Hello everybody and welcome back to the pYanodons playthrough. It's your ghostified gamer and we are going to rip iron plate today. Oh, it's so exciting. And this is a big one too. I don't know why I'm getting iron ore from this. That's weird. I've never gotten iron ore from an iron miner like this. And I'm looking, there's nothing there. It's weird. Okay, I don't know. Well, we're gonna rip it. And so the first thing that we gotta do is we gotta bleed it. So I'll bleed this out here. And oh gosh, so I want to do copper today. Copper plate. Once we rip, I'm gonna do a speed up here video of ripping it and repurposing the trains because I just want to capture that moment. I think it's important, you know. And let's get that in. Oh, we gotta go over here. I have 3 trains on me as promised. This is a back-to-back recording because I want to get this done. And all buffered up. There we go. Get rid of that crap. There we go. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I got to hell mod the copper plate and then collect all the materials. And once I get all that done, then we'll go over the build a little bit and then we'll do a speed up on. I'm hoping it's not as bad. I hope it's I hope it's the same as iron. I know there's like a grade 4 copper. There's a little difference in the processing of the copper. You get this weird little. It's like a cube of copper, and then you process that into direct plate, and you have to prioritize that while you know in your belt system. It's not difficult to do. It's just kind of an interesting little quirk in the copper processing. All right, let's speed this sucker up. Alrighty, we are now in Copperland. I hope you enjoyed the rip of the rip entourage. Oh my gosh, it's thinning out over here. Still looks like a lot of crap going on though. So yep, there goes the iron. It is gone. So I did that speed up video yesterday. It's a new day, and yeah, things are. You know, we're winding it down. Got two more. Well, yeah, this one copper we're gonna work on now, and then steel, which is basically iron, and with more stuff and more oxygen. But I have to check the steel recipe or steel in Hell mod to see what I set that to now. What did I do? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I ripped this up, and I'm like, oh no, I need that for steel. So while I was doing the speed up entourage, I forgot. Oh, look at this. I don't even need that anymore. I hate having undergrounds of no meaning. You know, I always pull them up. I don't care. It drives me nuts. Like for example, this right here. But I know this is coming out. Off screen, what I do? Yeah, in between. So I was waiting for stuff to. I don't have a radar over here. I was waiting for stuff to kind of calm down after building and building and building. I got this silly little thing here. I came over here. I'm looking for a stone patch. Well, here's a stone patch. It's 46 million stone Kerrigan. I'm like, I'm so sick and tired of not having fuel, right? Well, guess what we have on the network now? Fuel. So, and guess what else we have on the network? Stone and Kerrigan. Well, I just came out here. I have got 45,000 Kerrigan sitting in this case and a train full of 2,000, and I'm burning off stone so we could get through our like fuel crisis here. So this train is set up to be full and circuit network gasoline less than 400,000. So I'm using the rail red wire, green wire to bring a signal over, from the shale oil processing. And as you can see, I've got kerosene and gasoline on the wire. I was going to use both signals eventually, but the gasoline is working fine right now. And so I'm coming over here and just dumping it off. Oh, here it is. Dump it off. I increased the amount of reformers that I had. I had an extra, what are these things? Olefin plants. I also doubled this. I had to anyway. Light oil was starting to back up, and then heavy oil started back up when I added these two. So I'm like, all right, let's get this stuff done. So now I basically am mining stone to get fuel, right? Now, I'm all about workarounds, getting through the tech tree so we can get to the good stuff, until we can start, officially closing loops on things. I do want to get crude oil to, some kind of fuel like naphtha or something. But, we'll be on the lookout for that. So at least I have a no-worry system now on fuel. Anyway, let's get to this copper stuff, and we'll speed this up here. Let's go through it. I could go... Well, let me show the Hell mod stuff. So what I did was I put the plate in. And then I broke down from the molten copper. Then the problem is... Okay, so here's what you have to do. Because Hell mod is not too bright, and neither am I. So it doesn't know that, oh, I've got two outputs here. There's a way to break this out and into another thing. I think it's you have to go control-click with all rows below to create a new block. And then you have to do links and stuff, like this here. You have to, first block can't link, that kind of thing. So there's all this stuff you could do. You could create different chains. But I'm looking for a general idea here, really. It's not that tricky. So what I did was I chose the copper grade 4, which is what's going to create our molten stuff. In this case, it's similar to antimony where we got a grade 4 in that case. So what I did is I broke this recipe out. I clicked on that and it said, oh, a grade 4 you can get from the low grade rejects, these things here. So I started with the byproducts, and then it went, oh, in order to get a low grade, you have to take this grade 3. And I'm like, oh, good. Okay, now I got that taken care of. And then in order to get the grade 3, you need to take this copper rejects. Okay, good. How do I get that? All right. Oh, grade 2. Then you get the rejects, and you get more grade 3. And so how do you get the 2? Well, you got to break... you got to get the grade 1 to grade 2, and then there's copper ore to grade 2 and 1. And then there's the miners required. I broke out the oxygen and the water. The problem is, as you can see here, there's a 0 on this one. That's because I was looking up here, and I go, oh, wait, I have an output that's not resolved. It's coming up like the ash here. See how it's plus 4.77. We have an an overage of hydrogen here in this case, of course. And I'm like, wait, what's this crap? Low grade copper. So I put it in here. And what happened, this is where you have to break this out into another, production tab and then pull it in. I do believe. I've done it before. So we have to take this low grade copper and wash it. We get tailings, of course. And then we get this low-grade copper out. So low-grade copper dust, I should say. And then we, wash it, and we get the low-grade copper. And what happens is we just have to smelt that out. So here's the system here. We get our ore, bring it in, get grade 1 and 2, like we've done before. And I put combinators down here to kind of remind me what's in and out. So this combinator's in, this combinator's out, just as a visual cue. And then we crush that grade 1 down to 2 in stone. So that's reflecting down here. Take that 2, we get the grade 3, and we get the low copper rejects. And that's reflecting down here. And then we go up here. I'm trying to go top down, And we take the copper rejects. We get more grade 3. And then we get gravel out of that. And I want to make sure I, account for that. And then we take the grade 3 and we get the copper grade 4. And here are the low grade rejects, which is here. This is kind of a cool little machine here, classifier. It's kind of shaking. It's like a shaker. It classifies the material, I guess. So it shakes out the low grade rejects, and we get 30% chance of grade 4 and low-grade copper dust. Okay, so that's where I was like, crap, hell mod, And so we take the low-grade copper dust with water, and this is where we get the low-grade copper, or low-grade copper and tailings. Tailings isn't used in this process at all, so I'm going to capture that in a tank, and I know we can use it for other stuff, so I definitely want to keep it going here. Oh, and then we turn that into 0.6 copper plate. So we have to add that into our system, and this isn't accounted for right now. So we're going to get a little extra. We're going to be a little over. And then we take our grade 4 copper, borax, oxygen, all that crap. Same as the iron, pretty much, and same as iron here, too. So borax, sand casting, and the molten stuff. What are we getting out of this thing? 100 molten copper every 4 seconds. So 25, yeah. It's the same. It winds up, it kind of shakes out to be the same. And every one of these processes has a little nuance like this here. We're looking for grade 4, dust and all that. Okay. So, and one of the things that I didn't want to get caught into this type of build scenario again. I want to build top down. So that's why I'm thinking, for a future design, I want to build it where we start here, the copper ore comes in, and then we collect our copper plate on the bottom. And I don't like the sideways crap, it kind of drives me nuts, like this in here, because it gets you in trouble for expansion a little bit, but as long as you're keeping yourself from
as long as you don't cap out your top and bottom, you can build up and just move belts a little bit. But and to maybe even fine tune that a little more, we're looking for one belt of copper, iron, whatever. And that way I know I can just build this as long as the inputs and outputs are tied up and we don't have any bottlenecks and we're taking care of that. It can be any size, whichever way. I don't care if it's sideways or top down or left right, as long as it's giving us the desired output. And then we'll refine this process and we'll try and make it better. Oh, I did this here. I wanted to prioritize this process here because this slimed iron slime is coming from our iron oxide, which we don't have a lot of right now. But I wanted this to be consumed first, so I'm prioritizing it by looping the belt underneath. And this process here shuts down because of the slime. So once the slime consumes, it'll start to consume iron ore. But I want the slime consumed because that's a byproduct that we're bringing in here, and I want to get that out of here. So one little update there. And I think that's all on that one. I had a little stupid error here. I don't know how it happened, but this underground got reversed and it backed up, and so I had coal here, and eventually I would have had no fuel. So the coal dust, I mean. So coal dust was like 2,000 in here, but train took it out of here, so we're all good. Okay, let's get started on this thing. Okay, let's turn this beast on. This went a lot better. Okay, so the strategy here, if I could go over my thoughts as I built this thing. I have this, stacker here, basically, a 2-train stacker. 1 in, 1 waiting. And I'm like, okay, let me put it in here, like this, straight up and down. And then I'll pull off the case, right? And then I'll build up. I'm like, well, let me just build across this way. And I'm like, man, I got a lot of room down here, But let me tell you, that room disappears real quick when you got trains coming in, I just realized I had to signal this here. But it's a little bit... it's a lot of room, I guess... Maybe I could pull this down. Well, I don't know if I could pull that down more. I'd have to pull this whole thing down a notch, and maybe shoot out of the bottom here and go up, and then have this down maybe 5 more tiles or 6 more tiles is what I'm thinking. And what works about this, I'm really kind of interested in this build here. This is probably one of the best. And that is, we got copper coming in, and we got 2 impurity, 2 coming out here, grade 1 and grade 2 copper. And then I'm using the filtration, so because we have 2 things, one gets carried further down. So we can have like an internal lower bus here, and then we can get rid of our waste products to the bottom as well, or bring in products we're going to need to further the process. So it kind of was interesting because the splitter, we're splitting up, we're taking care of this. With the grade 1, we're kicking off stone, and grade 2, the stone goes down and gets picked up here in our trash train. Now that grade 2 goes up, and we're crushing it again, or screening it, and then we're getting the grade 3 and rejects now. Well, the rejects go up this way, and we're getting even more grade 3 and gravel. So the gravel is here, right here. So I'm spinning that around and going down this way, and we're kicking it into this case here. So positioning is kind of tricky sometimes because you don't know where you're going to be. But we're getting that grade 3, so we're just basically combining the grade 3 from here with the grade 3 from the impact crushers. And then it terminates here. We get the grade 4, and then we get the low-grade rejects, which are then processed here. We get more grade 4, and then we get this low-grade copper dust. And then we're basically taking the 2 here. We're combining that grade 4 here. And we're kicking that copper dust up here, getting the low-grade copper dust into low-grade copper, smelting it. We need water. Tailings goes to the south here, which I can pick up with something. Oh, yeah, I got power poles here. We can pick it up. I can, shim a train off of here and pick up the tailings right here. We can process those further. I don't want to leave tailings on the table. However, like the iron one is kind of tucked up top, and I do want to snag that out of there, and try to utilize that in other processes. This is, let me tell you, this is the worst thing. Oh my God, these oxygen furnaces. I hope that the next one is not going to require power. Let's see here. Oxygen furnace. Yeah, so I'm looking at these oxygen furnaces. They all say on the bottom, consume fuel. So yeah, it sucks. So we're always going to have an fuel input for these. So yeah, the tricky part about these oxygen furnaces is you've got a gas input and 1, 2, 3 inputs on top of that. So we have 3 inputs: fuel, borax, the copper grade 4 in this case, and then we have a fluid output and ash outputs. So we got 2 outputs and 4 inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. So it's a pretty challenging thing to set up. But luckily the borax is going to our casting unit,
There's a tooltip on here. It says, best way to make metal plates. Cool. All right, we got the best way. Oh, and I gotta put this one in here. I ran out of power poles. Went back to get more. There we go. Oh, and then here is the copper that we need, that's being generated by this thing. And I wanted to make this expandable because I couldn't put it in Hell mod. I don't know how much I'm going to get out of this. When I played pYanodons way back, I did this copper processing. It was a mess. And it seemed like you got a lot more tailings out of the process. So that's why I want to, I mean, I don't want the water one here. I could put it over here, the water extractor or pump jack. And, oh, I forgot. I got to put these things in. Oh, crap. I got to get more of these. Okay, there we go. I'm using the lake, believe it or not. I'm like, ooh, we'll use a lake. So what I want to do is I want to start this up slowly but surely. I kept my combinators in here, you know, so if there's any troubleshooting I need to do, I can do it. So let's go ahead and set this up. There we go. This shouldn't be lit. That's connected to there. Alright, I'm going to look at that later. There's something going on with that. I don't know what. There we go. Grade 2 in stone. That's working. Now we got our impact crushing. We got gravel. Grade 2. And the rejects are going up that way. Wow, this thing's just spinning up. Look at that go. Okay, now we got this going. Oh yeah, see, I was shaking it. That's cool. There we go. Okay, now we haven't... Oh, there we go. Now we got our first one, I guess. And then we get... So, it's not going to spin up until we get another craft. There we go. And then we get one... Okay, now we're getting the grade 4 in here. Slow going, spinning up here. No, it's going to take a bit. Okay, now what's going on with this train over here? Why is it doing this? Huh. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I know why. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's the light is on, and that always throws me off. This is running too. Over here. Yeah, I forgot about that. Because I went and got some materials. Yeah, okay. Okay, gotcha. That's why it's lit. It's working as intended here. Okay, let's see how we're going here. Looks like we're okay. Now, this may not run 100%. I haven't looked at Hell mod in detail yet. Got plenty of... Now, my concern is that the grade 2 will back up. You know, it'll get jacked up by the stone. But it looks like it's doing all right. This one here is set. Okay. We got... wait a minute. Why are you... Hold up. That's wrong. Did I hook that up wrong? I copied and pasted that. No, that's wrong. How was that there? It should go here. Yeah. Is that right? I don't know why it's freaking out. Well, it's calculating as it's coming in, so it freaks out. And I think it eventually slows down. How did that get connected to there? Hope that's not wrong over here. Yeah, see, I don't know how that happened. Oh, maybe I screwed up. Yeah, it might have been me because I don't have this kit. I didn't do this over there. Okay. Now, no ash. Okay, so let's get that. Wow, look at all that, huh? You're cranking. Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. Without Hell mod, you know. Okay. Without Hell mod's direction here. Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah. So the grade 4 is backed up now. Okay, that was pretty quick. All right.
Now let's get the, I think I got this set here. Yeah. I have ash as a white signal to, you know, kind of match the potential color of an ash product there. Now, it is a pain in the butt, this one here. Oh, there we go. Got our molten. Hey, we got it. Oh, the hot air. Yeah, I got to call the hot air as well. Now, I forgot about the darn hot air, so, but luckily it's on LTN, and I just put it down here. And I wanted to, that's why I'm glad I have room, because I could do this. Yeah. Now, I could do a branch off here for this, but I decided to just put it there. Okay, now, why is the sand casting not going? It looks like this one isn't connected. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's a mess. Yeah, I got to redo this whole thing. So we'll do that. All right. Ah, look at that. Well, we got the moltens going. We got a little bit of copper from this process here. See, yeah, look at how slow it is. See how long it's taken to process that stuff. It's a 2-second craft. And what is this kicking out? 1 low-grade copper dust. Yep. But it takes 4 low-grade rejects, so it does clean off the belt pretty quick. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to have to put this one up, the water thing up here, and I could pull off of there. Oh, I got to get the electrolyzer. Sand casting! There we go. All right. Yeah, this went a lot better. I would say it's a lot cleaner, a lot neater. I've got more room to, you know, make adjustments. Let's go ahead and... This is all set, so all I got to do is wire it up to the combinator there. I think. There we go. There we go. Deploy, my pretty. Here it is. Hot air for the peeps. And there we go. We are casting. Now, what I found out from the by watching the iron one is this thing can kick out some iron or some plate, and I needed 3 mini loaders. It was stalling it out on the input side. I was like, whoa, okay, well, I'll just put 3 in. I might be able to put a splitter on the output and use 2 just to, you know, get it out. That way I can use 1 mini loader. There we go. Oh, what's going on now? Oh, oxygen. What's going on with you? Oh, yeah, I forgot to vent the hydrogen, so we'll go ahead and... Oh, and that's another thing, too. I do want to capture the hydrogen, and we got the tailings, so I do want to capture that, but I'm not worried about it right now. I'm just trying to get independent of that base. So it is in the back of my mind. You know, I don't want to waste stuff. Here we go. Toss that there. There we go. Cool. All these little things, you know, that you forget about. Okay. Oxygen. Oh, and I'm running out of on 2. Let me go get the 2 things, and I'll be right back. All right. There they are. The final 2 electrolyzers. Bam, bam. That should get this thing up and running correctly. That's a lot of power we're going to be chewing up. Oh, man. Look at that. We haven't really gotten into the giggies yet on power consumption. But that thing is hammering. Oh, yeah. Bring it, man. Bring it. Let me see that power running. Finally, we're getting some action down here. You know what's funny is I noticed that these power, the top ones are running more because I think it's closer to the, the tanks and all that, the fluid dynamics and all that. But yeah, this will be interesting. I want to see this thing operate. And if there's an adjustment I have to make or, a rebuild, hey, I'm all for it, Cool. All right, let's see how this is doing here. Oh, I forgot. I got to cap that. I'm glad I saw it. Usually I copy paste, a build, but that build was a mess. The iron. Oh, there we go. We're cranking it out now. What is going on here? Oh, I see. Okay, something's going on with the, I think it's this. Yep, that's it right there. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, we get a lot of copper out of this thing. It's pretty crazy. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do, I don't know if I have to worry about bringing this in and prioritizing it here. I don't think I have to worry about that. Because we'll always have it, here. We'll always have room to export. And once a train comes in, this goes and that, it all just kind of balances. With mini loaders, it's much better, There we go. Still backing up. Holy cow, that is a lot. That is a lot. All right, added another washer, so I might have to adjust this one over to fit a second one in, but I'll keep an eye on it and see how it works. So like I said, when I put the trains in, this will spin up. Oh, and then next episode, we'll do the rip. We'll rip out the copper. Oh, that'd be so nice. Yeah, this is a big monstrous stone producer. Ooh, and look at that. We are done. 8,000. This thing, I'm telling you, that's why I was like, I really wanted to get on this, but we just didn't have the infrastructure. What's going on with you? Oh, you know what I got to do? Yeah, I have to switch this off here with the T signal. Oh. What are you doing? Why is that not going in? What? Something was messing that up. What was going on with that? I have stone in my inventory here. Something going weird with that one. Huh. And look at that, backed up with stone. I'm gonna let that run. Okay, now it should, yeah, okay, there we go. Okay. I might have to do a shut off on those, but we'll see. Ash is not being produced. Oh! Ah! We're gonna have a lot of ash. The good thing is it'll stack to 1,000. Oh, yeah, there we go. Crap. All these little bugs and glitches, man, I tell you. I love it. I love fixing this stuff. Yeah, you see something, you're like, what's this? Why is that? What's this? And then you learn the build, and then you got all these glitches and stuff you gotta hammer down. So that's fun. How's this doing? Yep, still backing up. So, wow. Man, that is a lot of this mess here. That's not a lot of copper coming out of there either. Okay. Oh, I only got one of these. Yep. So that is hanging up. That's hanging up. That's able to... So this can't export. I could use the, since we have fuel on site, I could do, well, we're going to get ash. Not much, but I could use a steel smelter, you know. And that one's got a higher, this is a craft speed of 4. And this is a 1, as well as the advanced smelter is a 1. Yeah, craft speed 1. So it's a 4 versus a 1. And we get ash from it, which is fine. You know, we'll just deal with it. We're dealing with it here. So maybe I'll do that, because then I'll have more room to pull. You know, I could pull the fuel belt over and go up. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, look at this. See how it's backing up. I might have to do some kind of a thing where I prioritize it. Let's work on that right now while I'm thinking about it. And then we'll filter the end there so we don't get crap. Gosh, so much to do. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. We'll do some ripping of copper, and then, like I said, I'll kind of think about what we're going to do. I don't know if it's steel should be next. Maybe we'll work on another project. And then because that whole process is oh boy. Hold on a minute. Gosh. I haven't put too much thought to this, but yeah, because we've got this here requiring the syngas. Not a big deal, but this does require syngas and the aromatics. We got it all trained in. Maybe I can pull a train in here with syngas, and then we become independent of this syngas. And then I can leave this here for a little while until we're ready to rip it. Because if I rip the steel, this has got to come. I want to take this out too, and then henceforth this. So if I bring the syngas in to power the Vita alloy, and the plastic, that would help greatly. And then, I could leave the coal belt coming in here from over there. All right, I'll think about it, but that's probably the direction I'm going to go. Bring syngas in from our coal place, because then that will, because right now we're generating coke for this, and when we're consuming this syngas here and not the tar build, and that's the one I want to consume, because then that generates coke for us as well. So it doesn't generate coke, it generates tar. Yeah, so I don't know. I'd rather use that build down there, because that's what it's for, and then get independent of this crap fully. Okay, yep, maybe that's the plan. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Peace out.